Hello and welcome to Redacted. Today is October 21st, 2015. Thank you for bearing with us as we deal with some technical issues. I think
It was Saurus's fault.
It is all my fault. We currently have Pedro on through his cell phone. I think he's going to attempt to go through his computer. So bear with us with that. While we do that, I'm going to see what everybody's been up to this week. And before I even do that, I'm going to mention that we have the end of mine and Twerk's legendary contest for the t-shirts, the redacted shirts. We have 5 hours left on these. So far, I am winning with 20 sold. This is Team Red. If you'd want to support myself, and for Team Blue, he's at 15 sold. Whoever sells the least is gonna have to sing a song on Skype or on Twitch rather, and then we're gonna post that to YouTube so we can make fun of them forever. So if you want to support either or one of us, feel free to go pick up one of those shirts. You can see it on Twerk's channel right below the video, or you can see it on my channel right below where the video is as well. Let's get into first Twerk 17. What have you been up to this past week? Your mic is muted.
It's actually quite nice.
This has literally been.
Yeah.
Keep it.
It's better muted, right?
Yeah.
This has literally been one of the craziest weeks I've ever had on Twitch. The support from everyone was insane. I'm not going to go into any details, but it was amazing. And then on top of that, the Turn the Tide video that we made in our corp with all the viewers on the stream, and a huge help from IDDKFA, who I'm pretty sure is here. So go ahead and say hello in the chat if you're there, IDD. This was a really, really awesome project, and then the love that we got from the community was pretty insane. I think we have like 370 upvotes on the community hub or something like that already, and it's less than a week old. The video is just super cool. So if you haven't checked it out, I don't know if the link's already in the chat, but I will go ahead and throw it in there. It's really cool. I've been working since now that we have the star map. I threw a video on the Vegas system together. I just put it up today, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Still needs some work. It was my first one with the star map, so some of the ideas are coming from like feedback from everybody, which is really cool. And I'm looking forward to doing the next one. So again, I can probably put up that link to the community hub video there as well. If you guys like it and you want to go ahead and vote for it, you're more than welcome to. And so that video, the one thing that I missed was the jump points, and that was like the most important thing in the video. So I promise I'll make sure I hit the jump points as a part of a system in the next one that I do. And if you have any suggestions on which video that you want to see me do in the future, you're more than welcome to, I don't know, send me a Twitch message or message me anywhere, or tweet at me or something like that. But then there was an epic win that happened this week, and BoredGamer was very, very much involved in that win. I wasn't all that much involved in the win. I got carried to my first H1Z1 win, but with BoredGamer, Thelast, Trend93, NK Sharp, and myself. It was
Troll party.
Yes, it was just
punching people in the face.
It was incredibly fun. I mean, if anyone's played H1Z1 before, the second to last kill was done by BoredGamer with his fists. He ran up a mountain, punched a guy in the face to death. It was pretty much the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
It was over 12 seconds as well. I was just... Yes!
It was absolutely amazing. So it was really fun, and we went pretty nuts, and we're screaming and yelling and dancing and all sorts of stuff when we won. So that's another video that's up on my YouTube channel if you want to check out. It was like the last 10 minutes of it. It was fun. It was an incredibly good time, and just like a really nice cap to a pretty incredible week. So that's what I've been doing.
Awesome.
A lot.
Awesome. And yourself, BoredGamer?
Well, as you both know, I've been kind of ill for the last couple of days and
Yeah.
really, really pissy and kind of taking it out on just anyone that phoned me on Skype. So apologies for that. I'm a lot better now.
If that was pissy, you're the most polite person on earth. I don't think you were ever upset ever.
Well, I am British.
Yeah.
But I got my Star Citizen CitizenCon Manchester adventure footage up.
I watched
It's
that.
basically just a drunken video blog.
Yes. It's awesome though.
So apologies for anyone that wanted to see anything interesting in CitizenCon. It's me and Captain Flint running around, basically him chaperoning me to the point where, well, he got quite drunk afterwards as well. So, I mean, that kind of failed. It was good. It was a good laugh.
Look at this guy. I mean,
we missed
looking at some of the video.
If Saurus had recorded when I phoned him when I was drunk in the evening later,
Oh
that would
my
have been
God.
the best footage of Aaron Roberts in the toilet. It was a very interesting evening. But also now I'm doing regular Theorycraft series. So this week I compared the Sabre to the Super Hornets and a little bit to the Vanguard as well. So each week I'm going to try and take a subject that people are talking about and then try and analyse it. And I suppose anything we talk about in Star Citizen is going to be Theorycraft at this point, but this is more sort of elaborating on elaborations. So
Yeah.
hopefully people like it. I'm always looking for more ideas for that as well. So if people got suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments or something, whatever. Contact me somehow. I mean, if only we had some sort of redacted.tv forums that people
Weird.
could join in.
Maybe.
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 Also, I'm using Patreon now, and we've already hit a goal. So thank you for
Nice.
crazy people giving money for my stupid content. That's really, really appreciated. Every penny of that, or every cent of that, will go back into the channel. Really, really appreciated. And this week, I desperately want to see your pictures, 30-second videos, or memes, or memes as they're otherwise known, for hashtag No Shields Week. So I'm going to be doing something silly each week, or we're going to be doing something silly each week. And this week for me, it's hashtag No Shields Week. I want to see you play Star Citizen with no shield generators. I don't care what situation you get into. Just 30-second clips, pics, GIFs, whatever. Send them to me, and we'll put a link in the redacted.tv forums. I just drop them there.
Yeah,
but other than
know.
that, that's
That
all I've
sounds
really
fun.
been up to, other than being pissy and
And
being
all
ill.
of that other fun stuff. Yeah, for me, I was playing some Rebel Galaxy. I played that a couple days before it came out. It was pretty interesting. It's kind of like a freelancer-esque type game. It's sort of weird for a space game because you can't move up or down. It's only left or right, forward, backwards, like on a 2D plane. But it was really cool. Had some broadside cannons and got me really excited for the possibility of having broadsides in, say, a Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So that was pretty interesting. I dedicated about a whole stream to that. And yeah, I mean, at first it was, because it's all sort of procedurally generated, some of the guys I went up to the first time were a little tougher than I would have liked. But yeah, overall it was pretty cool. The voice acting was good. The music was really good. The music reminded me of like Firefly or the movie Serenity.
Nice.
And yeah, overall was a fun time. And then obviously we played some Star Citizen. If this is gonna load. Went around, we loaded up the FPS map, which I actually don't have footage of up here right now, but loaded up the FPS map and explored that, and that was a lot larger than what I remember it being last time we saw it. With like little areas to go and finding the different rooms, and all the animations were all in there, and you were able to shoot out lights and refill energy weapons and all kinds of stuff, which was really, really cool. Obviously not all the animations were in there, but and that was something we did on the PTU, but overall was really, really interesting. But for the most part, the main thing that I did this past week is work on the redacted.tv website. So if you guys haven't seen this,
Like no sleep, this guy.
like
None.
He doesn't sleep anyway.
Who
Yeah.
needs sleep? So if you guys haven't seen this, this is redacted redacted.tv. It is an area for content creators and our communities to sort of get together, work together, do all kinds of really cool stuff. So right now, we have the Redacted stream team. We have myself, Twerk, and BoredGamer heading a lot of that stuff. BoredGamer, your lighting is weird. And yeah, just sort of putting it all together. We all have our different sub-forums. You can link your Twitch account to this, so if you're a subscriber to myself or Twerk, you get premium stuff like being able to have animated avatars, put up a signature, and custom titles, and all kinds of cool stuff like that. We have the streams built right in to the forums, which is really cool. It'll tell you how many are live. So we
One
have
of the
this
coolest
here.
things about those forums, or the streams, is for whatever reason, the delay is like significantly less than Twitch.
That's right.
It's pretty crazy.
For sure. So we have the streams. We have a little media section where apparently it just logged me out for one reason or another. Let's log me back in. So in the media section, we have all these different YouTube videos and playlists and stuff like that, and you can filter them by categories. So that being said, at the very bottom, you're going to see a want to join us. So if you're a content creator and you would like to work with us or work together with us, share ideas and help create awesome content for the community, we're looking for writers, we're looking for YouTubers, Twitch streamers, programmers, you name it. If you think you have something to sort of bring to the team and you think you could benefit from being in a team, we have weekly meetings and all that other fun stuff. Definitely hit that apply button down below and let us know if that's something you're interested in. But definitely head over there. Right now, just a heads up, if you do sign up for the forums, there is a delay on the emails coming out. By the time this video gets up to YouTube, that should be fixed. It should be fixed in about 1 to 2 hours after the podcast. I've contacted the hosting company and sort of lit a fire under their ass for that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's redacted.tv. This is just the forum half of things. There's a whole other website that's going to be coming on top of this. So stay tuned for that. But pretty soon we'll be launching this everywhere on social media and all of that other stuff. So keep your eyes peeled for more redacted stuff. So in the news, we've had Star Citizen Alpha 2.0 status updates merged with the Star Marine status. So Twerk, do you wanna take that away? And
yeah, I mean, it was a big post. So obviously I'm just I kind of took it in a little snippet because I knew we were going to have Pedro on, so we were just going to hit the news really quickly. Basically, there showed a ton of work on the progression that they're doing to Star Citizen Alpha 2.0 past what we already saw at Gamescom. So go ahead and check out that post for a lot of those details. Everything looks really cool. The blockers seem to be similar from what we've been dealing with for a lot of the modules, right, is network issues. So both Arena Commander and Star Marine, and now Star Citizen Alpha 2.0. So that's one of the things that that's going to be, they're going to be butting their heads against it. But given what I see going into the kind of the next section is what we've seen in 1.3 in the PTU, it seems like they got a lot of that stuff. They're starting to work it out, and things are going really smooth. So that's pretty cool. They also showed us a look into the Kovalex shipping hub. So there was a video on that, which was pretty cool. So it was just like a nice little walkthrough of that, as well as a video on kind of the Q&A FPS testing. So basically kind of the a couple of different views of what we saw on the Star Citizen Alpha 2.0 demo of when there was kind of guys in a station and then they got attacked by pirates, right?
Yeah, the Kovalex shipping hub, also known as Charlie Station, as we're watching right here, had a really good ambiance to it. Like the feeling with the darkness and you can.
Did you feel like there should be like a jump scare?
Yeah, I was waiting for it, especially after when I saw
Alien Isolation crossed with Interstellar Marines for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite cool. I mean, it's obviously zero gravity at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something about it that was a little bit unsettling, and I thought that was really cool, for sure. And then we also have the, what is this, the same thing that I just saw? I don't know. Let me take a look here.
It should be 2 different videos, the QA FPS testing, but... Yeah,
oh, yes, the Q&A thing. I just had 2 copies of the shipping hub up here.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
basically that is... I mean, if you look at the map, it looks just like if we walked through Gold Horizon. Like, a lot of people were walking through Gold Horizon in the PTU, and...
Lots of glitches in that PTU. Lots of shit.
It's similar. I think this is close. Like there are some assets that look a little bit similar, but this looks to me as, remember when they showed the first multi-crew
actually, this
demo?
looks different,
right?
Yeah.
It looks like it's that station expanded. You know, when you woke up in the room and walked out and they looked out to the side and they saw the big circly thing, and then they went out onto the thing. I think this is more inside of the station, because you see a lot of the, like, earlier in the video, see if I can find it here, you can actually see the giant windows as they pass by them, and you can kind of take a little look-see on the outside, which is kind of cool. And a lot of the theme is very similar to that station that we saw originally in the multi-crew demo. But it looked really cool. You see, obviously, they're doing the ambushing and everything, and yeah, it would be so fun to be part of that QA testing.
Oh, I want to be part of it, but you wouldn't be able to tell anyone. That's the problem.
Yes. Yeah. But you'd be too busy playing it anyways.
Yeah.
You'd be too busy playing it.
Screw you guys, viewers. We want to play the game. Screw you guys.
So, another thing that has just popped up now, which is very newsworthy. So, breaking news. Yeah, Alpha 1.3 is out. So another one.
You know what? That's probably why That's exactly why I'm having issues. Okay, we'll just pause this. I didn't even know it was downloading.
You didn't realize you were downloading.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Now, in particular, one of the fixes that is very important to some people, especially BoredGamer, where is it? Fixed an issue where returning to the hangar from any game mode would sometimes cause the character to fall through the level or become stuck in the floor when the game is installed on a high-speed drive. Yeah, but hopefully that fixes it for every time.
Are you saying that my SSD was too fast, so it loaded the assets in too quickly, but didn't load my floor in? Good job.
I think that's what they're saying.
Good job.
I think that's what they're saying.
It was, and sometimes would imply under 50%. Under 50% of the time. It was 99% of the time.
Source, did you zoom in on our faces?
No, when Pedro left the call here.
Oh, okay.
It made your videos bigger, yeah. So I'm just editing. Just keep going.
Oh, we'll keep going while you're doing it. I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Yep.
Also, another thing that was a really big deal, if anyone was watching my stream on the first day of the PTU, fixed an issue where using or being hit by the Hornet F7CM Super Hornet missiles would sometimes crash a player's client. That was a bug that we specifically found on my channel live. We had a CIG QA member on the channel, Brennan CIG. Me and him got into a match. I fired a missile at him. He had his debugger on, and he crashed. And he goes, "Got it!" And it was just like, "Whoa, that was fucking cool!" And now it's in the fixes. So it was cool to be a part of something like that, right? So that was pretty cool. So yeah, there's a couple other fixes in there, and balances and tweaks and stuff.
I kind of want to talk about the patches and how many patches we've had.
Yes, especially now.
And how large the patches have been, right? Like I mean, it's been kind of frustrating because I know we had at least 2 33 gig patches this week, let alone multiple 10.
33.
Yeah, I think it was because I have 11 gigs left on this patch. Right, so there's 99 gigabytes worth of data transfer, right? Now, for me, something like that's fine. I pay extra to have an unlimited bandwidth. Some people don't have that option.
But it's PTU, isn't it?
I now don't have that option.
PTU is for specific people that want to help with development even more so than they already are.
That's right, and I would just want to make that clear to everybody that that's what it is for, right? We are going to get multiple patches. We are going to get, large patches like this. I am kind of surprised that we don't have the smaller patches that fix things. Like that was the whole purpose of the new launcher.
What's kind of funny is these are smaller patches too, right?
Well,
we were getting 100 gig patches not too long ago, right?
It was hell. It was hell.
Patches.
32 gigs is fine now.
Yeah. Like it's not, but it's
fine.
It's not, but it's funny that they are smaller. So I wonder if they consider these smaller patches. And I've
got Stockholm syndrome from patching PTU. That's what it is. I'm just going, yeah, it's only 32 gigs. It's only another hour. Two patches in one day. That's great. It's oh man, but I still want to try and I want to see what's in the new patch. I don't care if they've just changed two things.
Yeah, no,
I don't
for
care
me,
if it's I don't get through the floor.
Exactly, yeah. Like for me, I'm gonna still download it, and we're still gonna try it out. But I mean, I literally just downloaded the last PTU. I jumped in it last night, and nobody was on. Right?
And I think that's probably going to be a very similar situation for this one.
Yeah,
I might not
people
download
are having to update it multiple times. Well, how do you keep changing your camera, BoredGamer?
Twerk doesn't mean that. Of course, he's going to get the PTU. And even if you don't play it, you can show your support for Star Citizen by downloading the PTU.
Yeah, by downloading them. Just support
by costing
them.
myself another $10 from Comcast. Thank you guys, or whatever the charge is for going over.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Now, on top of that, with the PTU came 2 new guns. Did either of you guys try out the new guns? I know Bored was trying them out just before the podcast today. What'd you guys think?
Why is my face all the way to the side there, Saurus? What are you playing at?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Your camera keeps going back and forth.
What's wrong with my face?
You tell me.
Burn.
Anyways,
Burn.
in regards to the weapons question, I did use both the Apocalypse arms and the other mass driver, the size 4.
They're called the and the boom.
Yeah. There's 3 in the big one. The big one I don't really like fixed weapons personally. For the flight setups that I use. So while I did try it, it wasn't something I tried out extensively. It looked cool. It sounded awesome. I would have rather that weapon had a single shot instead of a triple burst fire.
Yep.
As well, especially as a fixed weapon. And then on top of that, maybe with if it was a fixed shot, like a single shot, maybe with a smaller cooldown time between shots. I would have liked to see that. However, I do understand the need for diversity and balance with those type of weapons. For myself personally, I don't see myself using that weapon. For the same reason I don't really use the other burst fire weapons in the game. When it comes
I
to
love the sawbucks.
Yeah, I don't really use them that often.
Not anymore. You won't. They're massively nerfed in the latest patch.
Yeah, I still like the idea of the burst fire though. Just I'm kind of on the opposite spectrum of that.
And then the Apocalypse arms. I mean, they were nice. My biggest problem has been being able to keep a loadout in between going from the holotable into the game. I found that they would just reset to default most of the time, so I would just stop.
Sometimes you'll spawn in an Aurora, sometimes in a Grey Cat buggy. Who knows what you're going to get?
I spawned in a Cutlass Blue when Calyx and Matt Sherman were watching. They're like, that's not supposed to happen. I'm like, the thrusters weren't working, and they're like, what's happening? And freaking out.
We've had the Retaliator as well. We've had the Retaliator and the Redeemer flyable in B, I think 1.3B on the PTU. That's madness. I mean, that goes, oh god, these guys aren't supposed to see that they're flyable. No.
Yeah.
How about people were flying the buggies?
Yeah, there's been all kinds of ridiculousn's, and that's sort of what the PTU is about, is just exploring what kind of things are broken and seeing all of that stuff and everything. How many patches we're gonna get in between now and when this goes to public is still unknown. Are they gonna make it through the whole alphabet? You know, we'll have to wait and see, and how soon that will come to public. So I know I myself will be continuing to download this patch after the podcast, and then I'll be jumping on to show 1.3D to the community myself.
For me, that big cannon, that size 4 cannon, is amazeballs, and I'm sorry that I used that word. I use relative mode on my mouse, so I'm flying with locked gimbals anyway, and it just knocks ships around. So
It
triple
bounces
mantises,
them. It's so cool.
size 4 cannon on the top, triple mantises. You get near a ship. If you can hit like super hornets, you just hit them with one shell on that. They're spinning. They're not dogfighting anymore. You've got triple mantises. You just spray near them until they die.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good idea, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily do. Well, it does do a lot of damage, but I mean, just for that push effect, just to knock a ship around, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Now,
Yeah, that seems really cool. I didn't notice that myself personally, but
what did you guys think of the Apocalypse Arms? We haven't talked much about those. I thought the sound was absolutely incredible on them. Plus the trail of the bullets, or the trail of the, I guess, the round or whatever.
Twerk just
So
Greygasmed.
Cool. Yeah, I fucking Greygasmed.
So one of the things is that you're not going to be using that on a stealthier ship, are you? Because it literally that trail leads back to your ship, which makes you quite.
And on top of
obvious.
the power draw, so it's gonna.
So I don't actually think
beat you
they
up
had
there.
that much power draw. So I put all of my power. I put 3% power into my weapons and the rest into my engines and my thrusters, and I wasn't getting power issues anymore.
Oh, okay. So I should have tried that. Well, I never. You know, it's funny. I never even thought to try the changing the power, because when I put it on, I put 5 of them on, and as soon as I got into the game, it goes
Your
no
engines just
power or
cut
whatever.
off.
Yeah, it was
Engines go,
whatever it says. Propulsion
Thrusters.
low,
Yeah, propulsion.
and you're just like, fuck. So you fly straight, and then you turn, and you're still flying straight.
Try
and you're just
messing
like,
with that
"Damn it."
power. Put loads of it into your engines and shields, and only a tiny amount into weapons. And I didn't have any problems.
And yeah, let me just interject here. Yeah, guys, if you haven't gone and liked Pedro's Facebook page, do me a
Yes.
favor, go over there, hit that like button, show Pedro some love. Make sure you say thanks to coming on the podcast or tweet him.
Yeah, I think you guys got a really good insight on just like Pedro the man, and like how just down to earth and cool of a dude he is. But
He's a dude, man.
He
Yeah.
also makes like really awesome music. So please check it out. Listen.
In fact, he's
throw him a
inspired
like
me.
on Facebook.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right, the podcast is over. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
You're fired. We're gonna go back to a two-man podcast.
Two-man
starting next
podcast
week.
starting next week.
That's right. Me and Pedro are creating our own podcast. We're going to call it Music Cast, and it's going to be beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. deal with it.
And then last but not least, we've had 10 for the All-Stars has been released.
Yes. And I kind of wanted to get everyone's input about the format of it. Basically, I thought it was a really cool idea to have like the top guys basically in every kind
Top
of
men.
profession, I guess, that's making the game, and kind of getting their input on one question, all of them answering from their disciplines. I thought that was really, really cool. But at the same time, I don't know if we got those like in-depth, detailed answers that we kind of usually get from each question on a 10 for the chairman. Let's say Chris goes crazy about giving us all this information that we may not have heard before, or Calyx talks about a specific game mechanic or something like that, where I think they were a little bit broad this time. But do you guys want to see something like that again, or do you kind of like the old format?
Other than seeing Chris Roberts in the wild, this is my favourite format of the way they've done stuff. I love getting the different views from, as you said, all the different disciplines. And if they focus a little bit more on more specific answers and tailor them to one person's discipline, so they get the question to this person, but then they all chime in as well, I think that will help a lot better.
Yeah.
They literally have like this is the guy that needs to answer this, but what the rest of you think? And I loved it. I think it's great.
And did you maybe the writer had some small part in it? Like, for example, like Calyx said, I can't do anything with design unless I know what it is, right? Yep. Or Forrest can't draw it out if he doesn't know kind of, some maybe a little bit of lore behind it and things like that. So I thought that was really, I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. But at the same time, I personally like the other format of just like kind of one-on-one.
Yeah, I think for me, I like the idea of this format where there's multiple people that have insight on the same thing. I would like it maybe a little bit more if they were focusing on, say, talking about a specific ship or talking about specific things in the game more than like as interesting it is to know about their jobs. I'm a little bit more like, and don't get me wrong, it was still an interesting episode, but I'm more interested in sort of the game itself, right? So I'm looking for more information about the game and stuff like that. So when we look at the 10 for the chairman, that's what's happening is we're getting questions about the game, not sort of what Chris's daily routine is.
You know what I would love to see the next one of these is when Nyx comes out. When we get Nyx, I would love to hear, lighting from Forest, design from Calyx, the lore from I always forget his name, but he's a really cool dude and very upbeat and exciting. And then Eric, for the production side of things, right? So.
Do you know
I think
what
that
I'm
would be a
looking forward-
super great idea for the next time that there's a big release, is to hear about the process from the four of them together.
I want to see them play the game. When the baby PU comes out, I want a monthly thing where they play the game together, just the staff, and they talk about what they were doing, what they were thinking, and their win condition for when they're playing the game. And I'd love to see them play. I want to see if they're genuinely that enthralled by it, or if they just see it as a job, because some of them are just obviously just incredibly talented individuals that are doing it for a job, whereas others are just incredibly impassioned by the game. So when you get from Pedro loves doing certain games. He's like, oh my god, I contacted CIG sort of thing. But other people might just be doing it for a job. Other people, I want to see them in their natural kind of surroundings, playing a game and seeing if they enjoy it.
Like, I would love to be a fly on the wall of the Star Marine testing, like throughout all the offices, right? Them yelling at each other and oh man, you killed me and stuff like that, and just seeing how much they're enjoying the game that we enjoy and what's important to them about what needs to be changed or what they like the most about it
as well. I love seeing the fails. Like when Aaron,
it's the only reason people watch my channels, for fails.
When Aaron was trying to do the different utility items and stuff, like the Joker, the shield and stuff, and he kept on getting killed, by his teammates and stuff. They're just
Aaron's dead again. He's the only heavy Marine or whatever. It was a Marine, but yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, or like random QA testing and stuff like that. Like I would like to see QA be testing stuff and playing around on the different environments and seeing the wacky bugs that they come up with and stuff like that. I know we have the witch glitch thing, but
yeah, I would love to see QA more involved with the community in the future. Like I think
a montage of those bugs.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I guess like the only thing that I really, really loved that came out of the 10 for the All-Stars was that like a real answer of something is I think people were still kind of like, are we going to be able to host our own private servers? And Forrest kind of confirmed that absolutely yes, and they're looking forward to like getting some mod packs or something like it into our hands or something like that, perhaps. So I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It was sort of a slow week. I think it was like a really busy week for us, right?
Yeah,
but as far as
all the
Star
patches
System news,
and
it
the
wasn't
website stuff and
and
everything. Which I kind of want to touch on the website again, even with everybody that we have here. So once again, guys, the website is redacted.tv. It is our. Let me just pull it up here so you guys can see it. It is our home base now for Redacted, not only the podcast, but the content creators group, which includes myself, Twerk17, BoredGamer, and a bunch of other streamers that we have on the stream team right now. We're looking at expanding this group of people. So if you're a content creator or a writer or a programmer or anything like that, anything where you like creating content for the community's consumption, definitely give us a shout. There is a button right at the very bottom here where it says want to join us, and an apply now button, and let us know. We do have forums here. They're all integrated with Twitch, so head over to redacted.tv, log in or sign up, go in there, sign up. Be patient with the emails right now. We are working on that, so it does take roughly 45 minutes on average for the emails to be sent out. That should be fixed within the next few hours after the podcast today. I sort of lit a fire under our hosting company's ass this morning before the podcast, so that should be all working and functioning properly shortly. We do have quite, as you can see here, there is quite the activity on the forums. We have all this stuff is new. There's actually a lot of new posts as of right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Go in there, make an introduction. I link your Twitch account, because if you're a subscriber to either myself or Twerk, it'll pull all that information and turn you into a premium member on the forums, as well as it'll bring in your avatar and all that other cool stuff.
And as we speak, Reluctant Snake kindly, to all the subscribers and premium members on the website, he did a little giveaway. So there's a little link in the chat to that giveaway, and thank you so much, Reluctant Snake, for that. So not only is there a Merlin giveaway going on, but there is a little giveaway going on the forum as well.
If people don't know who Reluctant Snake is, he is an absolute dude in the community. He is a legend also.
Fucking man.
We love you. Mwah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Twerk, do you want to go through the questions for us this time?
Sure. Where did we... Let's find where we started.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, that's kind of... I'm a little lost. Oh, I know why I'm lost. There we go.
Jesus gods, do not do all of them, otherwise we'll be here for a week.
No. Only do the ones that are marked green.
That are marked green?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are for Pedro, right? So
right.
Okay.
So
can the UEU turn the tide against the Vanduul? I think so. This is from IDD.
Yeah, and this is based on the latest lore post, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, so I'm not sure.
The latest one, Vandal Attack, or Attack on a Vandal, is actually about someone that was killed while piloting their Espira.
See, I saw it, but I didn't read it all. They got mistaken.
And he's actually the son of the King family. So some people have been going, isn't it a bit insensitive to have Little King in a Vandal glaive in Commander as the first guy you fight? But read that later. It's quite good. It's good anticipation building into lore. It's cool.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out after the podcast.
Yeah, and then we have another question from IDD. Do you want complex mission designs for Squadron 42? Example, various ways to complete a mission with different difficulties resulting in different pros and cons. Mission objectives that change on the fly as a result of your current progress. I think whether we want it or not, it's probably going to be like that because it's a Chris Roberts game. But I would say, yeah.
Yeah, I want to choose my own adventure.
Absolutely.
I like the idea of not being... Yeah, I like the idea of the modular system that they have in play that they're talking about, where lots of stuff will happen. I'm not sure if I want to be able to choose my goals exactly. I like it kind of organically evolving and me not having much control of it, but me having to react to it. But yeah,
I like the idea of there being a story, but not but different outcomes, but not hugely different outcomes, but we get to experience different things and see how other characters in the game may react to certain things. I don't know if I want totally different endings and totally like completely off the wall differences, but I would love to replay it and go, oh, you know.
You've got to remember with Squadron 42, it's very much going to be when you complete the campaign, the endings can't be that different because you're then put into the MMO world.
Yeah.
So it can't be like the Vandal have won and killed everyone because that would be weird.
Well, that's an ending in Wing Commander 3. That was an
The
ending.
Vandal turn up. Jeez.
No, but there
Chris has been
is like
working on this for ages.
there is a point in the game where you still continue on not knowing that you're on the losing track, but you've already lost.
Okay.
And I could see that happening in Squadron 42 as well, because that was something that happened to me in Wing Commander. I was like, oh, there's a big ship here. Let me go. It gave me the option to move to the next nav point. So fuck it, let's go. So we went, and it was just like, you failed, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? I failed, and then I was like, okay, well, whatever. It gave us the next mission, so we're okay. It's not like it told us we had to restart or anything. And then all of a sudden you were on the losing track, and I had no idea. So I think that is something that we might see in Squadron 42. I think that would be pretty cool. The next question is from Rapples.
To me.
And it's for WTFOSaurus. Why haven't you forced Twerk 17 to watch Back to the Future?
I've tried. Would you believe it? He hasn't seen the Alien movie either.
Oh
right?
my God.
He's like, yeah, I know. It hurts my...
He's seen one of them. He doesn't know
He
which
doesn't
one.
know which one.
There's only 2.5
Anyways,
Alien films. So
moving
it's
on. Yeah. moving on.
Chromatically, what do you estimate the current timeline for Alpha 2.0 to be released with the impending November refund deadline coming up? Do you think they'll release? They'll release
refund
prior?
deadline?
They said there's a refund for your Kickstarter. It said like if Squadron 42 or something like that wasn't released by November, then you can ask for a refund. And he says, thanks for your time. I think it will be done by the end of the year. Just based on what Chris kind of gave us at CitizenCon. He was trying to say it. He really wanted to say it, and he just couldn't.
Yeah.
But it sounded like the end of the year to me, and I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, for me, it sounds like we'll like for the PU Alpha or Arena Commander 2.0 or whatever it is you want to call it. I still think that they want it out. They want us to be able to try it. I mean, I think they just want to show not only the community, but the gaming community at large kind of what they've been working on, and I know they're really excited about it. So, yeah, I think that being said, Chris is probably lighting a fire under everybody and trying to get that ready. I mean, you're seeing the amount of PTU patches that we've gotten just this week, just to fix things and iterate upon it. And remember that this is all the main the patches that's coming out, that's all bound together, right? We have the multi-crew and the FPS and all of that stuff in this. In the original PTU patch, we had EVA and everything like that as well. All those mechanics are now in this patch. So with that going forward, I think we're gonna start. We'll probably see it fairly soon.
Yeah, I would think so. So the final question is from Asteria, and I can see that he or she, I think it's a she, was kind of concerned that she wouldn't get her question answered, but we got to it. In most MMOs of the past, I've run multiple accounts because it has been a way to get ahead in the game, as have I, such as EVE Online. However, with how intensive Star System will be, do you think multiple accounts will still be viable or kind of a waste of money and time? I don't know if your system can run it.
It's has nothing to do with that. If you look at multi-boxing, like through Diablo or through World of Warcraft or EVE or anything like that, it's not intensive. Like yes, Star Citizen is intensive in terms of graphical fidelity and the power required to run it. I don't think that's what the stopping thing is. The stopping thing is, can you multi-box CS:GO? Can you multi-box any sort of first-person action game? You can't.
Well, why would you want to? Like,
well,
for MMOs,
those aren't MMOs.
multi-box,
but
right?
I'm saying there would be reasons to multi-box on CS:GO if you could play your whole team. Right,
Was this a question about multi-boxing though, or was it just about is it worth having multiple accounts?
Right. So, well, that's what I'm saying, because it has a way to get ahead in the game. I think in terms of the multi-boxing thing, it's not really. But if you're running multiple accounts to say trade in between them and things like that, then there may be a benefit to that, because you might have a pirate character and you might have a good character on two different accounts that you can run and do separate things with.
Yeah.
I just
definitely
want
running
to
multiple
sort of cover
accounts.
everything.
I'm definitely gonna be running
I
about
have
4,
5 accounts, I
probably.
think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think one of the benefits of having them is you may not have to pay much for an NPC. You can also switch between characters fairly quickly, I think was another thing that they may have mentioned. I think there's not a lot of detail on kind of the system that they're going to have in there, so it's hard to say. But you're definitely allowed to have multiple character slots. And so just how about being able to customize your NPCs a little bit?
Well, it'll be interesting to see
You know?
what the difference is in between having multiple character slots and having actual multiple accounts.
Yeah, it might be completely
to
different
see
because
if-
accounts are different than game packages on your single account, right?
That's right.
I would assume they would be very different. So
Right? And it's like, if I want another account, I would just transfer a game package of mine over to another account.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting, and I don't think we'll start to see what those differences are until we get closer to that point in time.
Yep.
But yeah, I there's also potential for spying. There's potential for some shady things as well with those within the game. And I think a lot of people are going to be running multiple accounts, or a lot of the more hardcore players, anyways, will be running multiple accounts.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's it for the questions. We have a Merlin to give away. Let's do that. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you'd like to be a part of any of the giveaways or anything we do here on Twitch, make sure to stop by on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. PST. And yeah, so do you want a drum roll?
Let's do it.
1 second, I've got a...
All right.
So good.
Ready, set,
Here we go.
Narfanaut.
Narfanaut. And congratulations.
Pedro's favourite ship.
Narfanaut, you do have to say something in the chat. I know you are aware of that, so go ahead and say something, man.
Say something.
Say something. Do it.
Oh no. Oh no.
The rigged spam is real.
We're gonna...
Yep.
If he doesn't appear, we're gonna have to re-roll it.
We
We're
are.
gonna have to give it to... But it's probably gonna be Reluctant Snake winning it, and it's gonna be rigged.
Yeah. How much time does he have left?
He's got... I can't do the math. 35 seconds.
I can't math.
I can't
Oh
math
my
it.
god.
Oh,
Why do
man.
Americans call it math? I never understood that. It's maths. Yeah, deal with that. Deal with that.
And Crush Boss asked me if I'm going to have a roleplay section in the organization. Only if Crush Boss comes over to Overdrive as his main, and he leads that roleplay section. We'll
By the
have
way,
one.
5, 4, 3, 2, reroll. Geist.
Rerolling. Geist, congratulations.
Are you there, Geist? Give us a sign.
Is he there?
I was talking to Geist during the cast. I did
Yeah,
say
but most
something
people-
to him.
Most people just like put this on their second screen and mute it. Let's go
Yep.
mute.
No, I
Jesus
think it
God.
was. I think it was a
Screw
bit of a
these
late.
guys.
You know, we're ending a little late than we normally do. So
Yeah, just a little.
Nobody's here today. It's
Oh.
unfortunate.
Let's just give it to Pedro. He likes it, doesn't he?
Yeah. Right? As a thank you to Pedro for coming on the game.
now
Roll it one
Geist
more time.
has 35 seconds.
If he's not here, we'll roll it one
35
more
seconds
time.
for Geist.
No one else claims it. I'm giving it to we're giving it to Pedro.
Yeah. If no one else claims it, I'm just gonna fly it myself.
Oh jeez. We had to
Oh,
bribe Pedro
man.
to come on with $20.
15
ships.
seconds. Man, guys.
Yeah,
Free ships.
that's-
Nobody wants
free
them.
ships.
Nobody wants a free ship.
You gotta be here.
crazy.
You gotta, yeah.
200 people here. We picked the 2 fuckers that aren't here.
Uh,
Next, Anarchos, but it says he's offline. So I usually give this about 20 seconds because sometimes the bot doesn't know that they're not online.
oh my
And it's
god.
silly.
And even Anarchos. Even
Yeah.
Anarchos.
I just say re-roll it.
Yeah,
For
if they
someone
don't
who's
if
here.
they don't go real quick and say something, they're out.
All right, next.
Next is the
Boom.
Brock Kelly, and he is definitely here.
He's got to say something,
my
though.
God.
Got to say something.
You
Maybe
gotta
he's
say
gone to the
something in
toilet.
chat.
Maybe he might go on for a pee. That's what's happened.
Yep, it could have
Oh,
happened.
no,
He's here.
There he is! There he is, finally.
Jeez.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I can eat.
All right, make sure you send your message to Twerk17 with your RSI handle and your email address.
Yes,
Thanks
RSI
everybody
handle and email address.
for coming by and putting up with us while we dealt with some technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. I'll be streaming later. Actually, what do you guys have coming up in this next week before we go?
For myself, I think we're kind of like getting excited about these like mashup Monday things, like with the H1Z1, and
It's really fun.
I think we're having a good time with it. It's like getting other Star Citizen and like community members involved in playing games together. Where like sometimes I can't get them in Star Citizen for whatever reason, which has been really cool. I think we're gonna play some Rebel Galaxy on Monday as well, with like H1Z1 and Rebel Galaxy,
Yep.
and then just
I think
making
you'll
more
enjoy
of
that.
those star map videos. I'm really enjoying doing it, and had some good ideas from you and BoredGamer before the podcast, and yeah, that's kind of
Awesome.
what's going on with me, as well as a little giveaway on Sunday that you can find on the forums, my forums.
Our
So-
forums.
Our forums. It's
Yeah,
been a
well,
coup.
my like sub forum specifically.
So I'm going to be playing a bit of Vermintide. I'm not sure if I'll do a video on that, but it is an amazing game, and it's one of the games I'm playing the most of at the moment. It's just like Left 4 Dead 2, really, really good fun. I want to be doing lots of stuff on Star Citizen with the Retaliator and Redeemer because I've got lots of footage in game of actually using them.
Pretty exciting.
Yes, so well, it's. I mean, it's obviously bugged, but it's fun. It's interesting. I'll be doing some stuff on theory crafting again. People seem to quite like my theory craft series because I research them heavily. And I'll be implementing the Patreon stuff because we've already hit a goal on Patreon. I am going to try and push my Patreon a little bit. I love money for the channel. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Somebody clip that right now. I love money.
That's going to be a meme. It really, really helps me do what I want to do quicker. I mean, if we didn't have Patreon at all, I would get round to doing the stuff in time. But having that money there earlier is just such a boon for going, well, we're going to improve the news, we're going to improve this part of the channel.
Yep.
I know it is for all us content providers. It's just, I was really surprised that I hadn't used it before, and I started it on the Friday or whatever, and just so many people were like, we'd love to help. So thank you so much for that, guys. I really do appreciate that. I love your faces. You're the best.
Awesome. And for myself, I have a 24-hour stream coming up on Saturday for Extra Life. Should be a good time. It's for a really good cause, so make sure you stop by and show some support. Also, just a reminder, there's only a few hours left for the t-shirts. You can see it under my stream and under Twerk17's stream. Whoever you would like to see sing the most, buy the other person's shirt. Right now, I believe Twerk17 is, I'm just going to refresh these real quick. You are, last I checked, you were at 15. You are currently at 15.
27. Fuck.
15. And I am currently at, oh, I can't see. Last I checked was 20. And I'm pretty sure I'm still at 20. So
when,
just a couple hours left.
Let's assume
When I win.
everything stayed the same, right? And you win. When are we going to do the vote on what song that you or I will sing? But I'm assuming I'll be the guy singing. And I'm gonna,
Well, that's up to you to do
I'm going
that.
to take my mic and we're going to dance around with it. And it's going to be fucking great. I'm going to have a good time with it. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty pumped. Even though I lost, I'm pretty excited to just be a goofball
Well,
and
it's
sing
not
a little
over
bit.
until the fat lady sings.
That's
Or in
true.
this case, Twerk sings. But yeah, thanks for everybody for coming by. Very much appreciated. Once again, another awesome shout out to Pedro. We loved having him on the cast, and he was very informative about what's going on with him and composing music for Star Citizen.